Would you want to be famous? Imagine the cameras following you everywhere, people cheering your name, but also judging everything you say and do. In this lesson, we're going to go behind the scenes of fame. You'll learn how to talk about ambition, success, and celebrities. We will read and discuss secrets of success. We'll practice past simple and present perfect tense, and we'll perform a celebrity interview. Let's begin the lesson. Now, some questions for you to think about in this lesson about fame and the present and simple tense. Would you like to be famous? Who is your favourite celebrity? And is fame the same as success? We're going to take a look at some of the vocabulary that will be useful for today's lesson. So we have verb phrases. I'd like us to match each verb to the best or correct phrase. So take a second to have a look. Which of these things do you like to do? Are there any of these things connected to fame? So to become famous, we would write a book. We would go round. What are we going to go round? We're going to go round the world. Earn. What can we earn? We can earn money. We could earn £1 million. To learn. What can we learn? We can learn how to drive. Driving a car. To start. What could we start? We could start our own business. Start your own business. How about go? Where could we go? We could go abroad. To go on holiday, we could go abroad. We can get. Do we want to get? We could get a house, but I want to get married. Get married. We're going to buy a house. Appear on. Where are we now? On a screen. Appear on television. Go to university. And our final answer, have children. So these are the verb phrases we're going to use throughout this lesson. Have a think which ones relate back to being famous and which things are things you would like to do in the future. We have a verb or vocabulary sorting task here. Now I'll sort each verb phrase into one of the three categories. Things most people do, it's really common. Things very few people do, it's less common. And things that are difficult to do. I want you to decide your own ideas. This is up for debate. Some answers may vary. So time to think and discuss your ambition. Learn how to drive. Is this thing most people do, a few people do, or is difficult? I would say most people learn how to drive. Become famous. This is quite rare. To become famous is a difficult thing to do. Go abroad. Things that are difficult to do? Would you agree with that? Or do you think it's things that most people do? Earn £1 million. I put things that very few people do. Appear on television. A thing that very few people do. Start your own business. I think it's really difficult to start your own business, so it's a difficult thing to do. Now, these were up for your own ideas. What do you think is difficult to do and what is easy to do? But we're going to move on to our reading task. I want you to read the article and fill in the missing phrases. This article is the top 5 secrets of success. Are you ambitious? Follow our 5 secrets of success and you can succeed. Take a moment to read this passage. If you need to, pause the screen and read the passage. We're going to come back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What are we putting as answer 1? What is the best option? To start young. So first, start young. That's what pop star Shakira did. She first performed in public age 4, and for 9 years she wrote songs and sang for her friends. If you can't start young, then when? And we talk about Steven Spielberg and when he started directing films. Now, take a second to read this passage. What's the best answer for number 2? Our third tip is the 10,000 hour rule for success. Work hard, very hard. This is our best answer here. What about number 3? So tip number 4 is set your goals high. So the bit about Novak Djokovic, he is talking about setting his goals high and his inspiration to be better than champion Pete Sampras. And our final passage, it's about Harry Potter. What is our final piece of advice? Keep trying. So J.K. Rowling was rejected by many publishers. She kept trying. Bit of reading comprehension. How much did you understand from our article? What did Shakira do when she was 4? She first performed in public aged 4. Well done if you got that correct. Let's move on to our next passage. What did she do at 13? What did Shakira do at 13? By the age of 13, she had a contract with a recording company. How much are you understanding from this passage? This is a B1-B2 level, so you should be able to understand some of the information on the screen. What did Spielberg do to get into film? He pretended he had a job at Universal Studios. So he had confidence. Who inspired Novak Djokovic? He got inspiration from champion Pete Sampras. And our final question to test your comprehension of the passage. How many publishers rejected Rowling? 12 publishers rejected her books. So hopefully you now understand that passage and some of the struggles for people have with fame. Which success story is the most surprising or interesting to you? What did you learn from these people? Hopefully, determination, trying hard, working hard, these are all things we can learn from these people. Now, a little bit of past simple and present perfect. We're going to take a look at time phrases. So past simple, this is referring to something that has finished. In 2002, last week, 5 years ago. So my example, when I was 10. Now present perfect has a connection to now. Just, already, yet, never, this, so far. My example, she's lived in Spain. I haven't finished yet. So it has a connection to now. Let's test our understanding of past or present perfect. I'd like us to choose the correct form past simple or present perfect. So this one we're looking for present perfect. I visited or have visited Hollywood 3 times. If it's past, it must be complete. So present perfect, I have visited Hollywood 3 times. It has a link to the current state. She has posted a new photo on Instagram this morning. We want this in the past. She posted a new photo on Instagram this morning. This shows that it was in the past. It has been completed. We have past or present perfect. We have saw that film when it came out last year. So we want past and it's completed. We saw that film when it came out last year. Final one, and we want past again. They have travelled or travelled to Tokyo in 2022. They travelled to Japan, to Tokyo in 2022. Now, I'd like you to complete these sentences with a time phrase, then rewrite it about yourself. This is a task you can do in your own time. I'm going to give you the first example, and then you can complete your own answers. I haven't finished school yet. This is a good time phrase we can use. I haven't finished school yet. I've started learning English. We could say I've just started learning English. I've broken my arm. What time phrase could we use here? I've never broken my arm. So why not try and write your own phrases and complete those sentences for yourself? Now, I would like you to continue your writing task and write a diary entry, and I want you to pretend you're a celebrity. This is a day in the life of a celebrity. So I want you to take some time, be creative, and write a journal entry about being a celebrity. You should include what they do each day, where they go, who they meet, and use past simple and present perfect. They can be real or invented. My example. This morning I woke up at 10 a.m. I've already had 2 interviews today, and I haven't even had breakfast yet. Yesterday I flew back from New York, where I filmed a new scene for an upcoming movie. I've worked on the film for 6 months now, and it's almost finished. After interviews, I meet my agent at a cafe near the studio. We've spoken about our next project, and I haven't signed the contract yet. In the afternoon, I went to the gym, and then I had a photo shoot for a fashion magazine. It was exhausting, but I've appeared in 5 magazines already this year. Tonight I'm going to a charity dinner in London. I've never been to the venue before, and I'm so looking forward to it. Being famous is exciting, but I hardly had a moment to relax all week. This is a really good example of a diary entry. I'd like you to try and create something similar for yourself. And another task, we're going to have an opportunity here to listen to an audio passage, listen to a scene with our SL Monsters, and we're going to be hearing from Ella Star. Ella Star is a celebrity, singer, actor, and we're going to hear from the famous person and the interviewer. We're going to ask questions like what's their biggest achievement, who inspires them, their biggest challenge, what they think of paparazzi, and what's next in their career. And we can see the key vocabulary that's going to be used above. So let's watch this scene. I'd like you to listen and try to figure out the answers.
Good evening and welcome to the show. Tonight we are joined by the amazing singer and actress Ellen Starr. Ellen, thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me. It's great to be here.
Let's start with your career. What's your biggest achievement so far?
I think my biggest achievement was when I performed at Glastonbury Festival last year. It was my dream, and I sang in front of 50,000 people. I've never felt so proud.
That sounds incredible. Who inspires you?
My mum, actually. She was a singer too, but she never had a chance to perform professionally. I followed my dream because of her.
And what's your biggest challenge as a celebrity?
Honestly, staying private. I've had a lot of success, but I haven't had much time to relax. The schedule is always busy, and I've been traveling almost every week.
How do you feel about the paparazzi?
I understand they have a job, but sometimes they go too far. Last month, they followed me on holiday. I just finished filming, and I really needed a break.
So what's next for your career?
I've just finished my new album, and I am planning on a world tour next year. I haven't announced the dates yet, but it's very exciting.
Amazing. We'll be watching. Thanks for your time, Ellen.
Thank you.
So how much of that did you understand from Ellen Starr on her talk show? Hopefully, with the new vocabulary that you have learned, the real life situations and success we have discussed, the practice with past tense has helped you to understand that interview. Would you like to be famous? And which secret to success do you agree with most? If you would like more practice, we do have worksheets available on our QR code at all my links, along with all of my discounts for one-to-one tutoring. We hope to see you in the next lesson. Have a wonderful day.